services started out from the way police were treating our people in Brisbane. And from that, our old people, some are still with us today, and non-Indigenous lawyers, former premiers, attorney generals here in the Queensland government, decided to start an organisation which started a movement in 1972, and that was the first legal service established in Brisbane. One field officer, one lawyer, no money.
What I know of the legal service is that it's been around for 40 years. It represents our mob, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
In terms of our role and our background, we're a not-for-profit, community-controlled organisation. We provide criminal, family and civil law.
So 44 years ago it started out as I said before, with one lawyer and one field officer. Was just based on criminal legal assistance, but today we've moved to do civil and family around consumer rights, child protection. We actually do a lot of coronial activity as well. So the organisation has changed its focus to be able to move with the times and expand our services, because we know that if we invest into our civil and our family law, we will reduce the amount of people that we represent in the criminal justice system. 210 staff across 25 offices in the state, 107 lawyers. Half the staff in the organisation are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander background, not only in administration, but our court support, our paralegals, and also as criminal, civil and family lawyers in the organisation.
Our vision is to continue to lead in the provision of innovative, professional and culturally competent legal services.
And where we say around our cultural competence, and I've touched on it before, is that we employ local people, the people that understand our clientele, our communities. When we deliver our services, more often than not, it's those non-verbals and that the unspoken that we understand. We employ, as I said before, around half our workforce across the state are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander background. By employing these local people, we ensure, particularly as court officers, that these mob understand those non-verbals and they support in the communication scenario between the lawyer and the client.
We always try and adopt best practice financial principles in the work we do, and at the same time incorporate our understanding of the deep cultural norms and values of doing business in the community which we serve.
Our board is represented by Aboriginal women and men and Torres Strait Islander women and men from right across the state. So we're bringing in our perspectives from the Gulf, from the Cape, from Cairns, from Townsville, from Brisbane. So we've got a broad mix of not only community people, grassroots, public and private sector, but we've also got specialist directors on the organisation which bring a wealth of experience in relation to a broad range around accounting and commercial law.
Getting out there, educating the community about the services that ATSIL provide and the quality of that service is number one priority for us.
It's about getting our footprint out there and getting known to all the different communities and for them to want to actually access our services.
But it's also, as I said before, about engaging with mob and country on how those services actually support what they need, not based out of Brisbane where we think what they need, and delivering it into a different model which may not work on the ground. So being a part of the community, I think, is really important. Then when it comes to our legal representation, because we are a part of our community, we understand our community, and it enables us through particularly the non-verbals in understanding that connection to country, clan, skin, language, etc. It enables us to go into an in-depth knowledge of our clients in understanding what their legal needs are, and obviously then putting up an appropriate defence or proposition to the courts, because as I said before, it's not just criminal, it's civil and family, but a proposition to the court based on our cultural knowledge and understanding of that person. So the footprint's grown from being essentially Brisbane-based with an office at Beenleigh and Maroochydore as well, now to, as I said before, 25 offices spanning from northern Thursday Island, west to Mount Isa, the eastern coast, and our southernmost office is a satellite office in Gundawindi. So a really big footprint across the state.